Welcome to Skill Builder number 3. What do we have here? Brigham sent me a text. We're going to talk about 3 really cool hacks. The first one is how to use wire, how to break it off the spool and how to properly break it and helicopter it off your thread. We're going to talk about how to properly put a slotted cone on a streamer hook and why the slotted cone is necessary. Finally, we're going to do it. We're going to show you how to hand whip finish. Check these out. Make sure to like and subscribe so you get these every single week. There are going to be 3 new tips every single week.
That's a big
Okay, this is a super easy one. This is, in my mind, a 2 out of 5 because it's not always intuitive, but we're just going to show you how to work with wire off of a spool, okay, and then also how to break it off. If you do this right, you should never have to use scissors or even pliers to cut your wire. So, as you can see, we've got the wire behind this purple tab. I put it there to manage my thread. So if I want to pull, or my wire, if I want to pull some off, I'm going to just pull a section out. I'm going to put it back in this purple spot right here. And then instead of cutting, I can just grab it and break it. It's very easy to break, so that way you don't ever have to touch your scissors on it. Alright, so let's pretend we're tying the world's ugliest and biggest zebra midge with our orange fly tying demo thread. And we'll just tie this in. The reason why I want to show you this is because there's a right way and a wrong way to helicopter your wire. Okay? It's super simple. 1 out of 5, but I see people do it wrong all the time. Some people are even named Brigham. Not Brigham Wilson, though. He would never do it wrong. So I'm going to counter wrap this wire, which is even more difficult to do. So I'm going to wrap my wire up to the point where I want to tie it off. Okay? So I'm going to hold this really tight and pull that across my thread. And I'm going to come and just really lock that down so that I get a really tight tie-in point. Okay, now the wire comes straight through right here. Okay, so I'm going to go against this angle and I'm just going to bend this wire back. Okay, this is where everyone screws up. You have to bend it back against itself, and if you do that, it puts a little crease in the wire right here. So back against itself. Now helicopter, 2 turns, it's off, and there's no tag end on that. I can wrap that off and we're super clean. I have my hook in the vise kind of upside down and backward, and I'm going to show you why. We are going to show you how to seat a slotted cone onto a streamer hook. Slotted cones are a thing because sometimes the bend of streamer hooks can be challenging. So the way to do that is you would put that on, and this is why the slotted cone is there, so I can make this bend. All right. Once we have that, I'll just pop it out of the vise, put it in the real way, and we're in. Okay. Now this thing's going to wobble all around while we're tying the fly, and to maintain kind of a standard base to build the fly on, I like to keep that pretty stable. So what I'm going to do is just take some thick wire. This is 025. You can use 020 for this as well. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do about 7 turns, bare hook shank, and I'm going to leave a little tag on the back of it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap forward, I don't know, 11, 12, 13-ish wraps. And then when I have the length of the lead band that I want, I'm just going to take that and wrap it back over the top of itself 4 times. Okay? Instead of just cutting that, I'm just going to brace the lead here, and I'm going to pull it toward me and wiggle at the same time. It will just break off almost like we meant for it to be there, and I'm going to do the same thing back here. Harder to do left-handed, but I have to show you how to do it. All right, so once we have that built, put the slot on the bottom, push that forward, and now I like to turn it upside down and jam some super glue in here and up under the cone. That thing, as all dads say, is not going anywhere. We are going to show you, as we've been requested many times to do, how to do a hand whip finish. I will show this to you with a disclaimer. I always reach for the tool because it's a lot more durable knot. This is a good one if you just need to finish off a fly or if you're for sure going to put some durable glue on it. But what you're going to do to hand whip finish is you're going to take, let's see if I can turn it this way a little bit. You're going to take your 2 fingers and you're going to go into your thread and you're going to bring your thread up kind of like a triangle. From here I'm going to rotate these fingers once I come up here, and now I have my number 4 backward, right? And I'm just going to bring this index finger drives the whole process, okay? So I'm going to bring it over the top, and once it's over the top, I'm just going to rotate my fingers and move my index finger so it can drive the next loop. Hard to do while I'm talking. The second loop always will lock in your knot so it won't slip around anymore. Again, just rotate that. Index finger drives it. Rotate it. Index finger drives it. Now this is the critical part. We're ready to cinch up the knot. Keep tension on this the whole time, okay? So you're going to have to bring this forward, and usually about right here is where the knot kind of maintains a loop and gets kind of, I don't know, not as tight as I like it. So I like to get it as close as I can and then just pull it, okay? Another option would be to whip finish and then take a bodkin and use that to ride your whip finish down. But in that case, you're having to grab a tool anyway, so why not just grab the whip finish tool? So again, I'll show that to you in real-time speed. See if you can catch up on it. Rewind the video, watch it again if you have to, as many times as you need. 2 fingers in, upside down triangle, backward 4, index finger drives the loop, keep tension until you get it shut. There you go. There's a hand whip finish. If this helped you out, check out the rest of our Skill Builder videos. We're going to be doing these every single week. 3 new tips every week, so make sure to like and subscribe. And if you have some suggestions or comments about a tip you know, or about a hack that you want to see, shoot us a message. You know how to get in touch with us, and we'll put it on the old channel.